Hurricane Laura has made landfall near Cameron, Louisiana, as a disastrous Category 4 storm with maximum sustained winds of 150 miles per hour. I'm Mike Naso with this special 3 a.m. bulletin update on our very dangerous hurricane. You can see Laura strengthened and held her own right into landfall, and it made landfall in Cameron, Louisiana. The worst weather is over areas of Cameron, Sulphur, Lake Charles. They are getting hammered with Category 4 conditions and very dangerous surge. I have the latest from the National Hurricane Center as of 2 a.m. Central, 3 a.m. Eastern Time. The eye wall of Laura pushing inland across southwest Louisiana. Catastrophic storm surge, extreme winds, and flash flooding are ongoing. And they mentioned the eye wall of Laura will continue to move inland across southwestern Louisiana during the next several hours. Take cover immediately and treat these winds as if a tornado were approaching you. Move into your safe room, the shelter. If you have power, some people still do, and you see this update, and those winds are getting intense, make sure that you go to an interior room away from windows, get under a table, sturdy furniture, use mattresses, blankets, pillows, cover your head and body, and remain in place through the passage of these life-threatening conditions. We just had a water level rise over 9 feet at Calcasieu Pass. We've been talking about that for the last 24 hours. Lake Charles reported a gust to 128. That's almost Category 4 strength. And a tower near Lake Charles also reported a sustained wind of 86, a gust to 112. Sabine Pass, you're up to 90-mile-an-hour gusts, and this might even be higher than that we're not getting recorded. You can see winds as of 3 a.m. are 140 miles an hour, still an extremely dangerous Category 4 hurricane. You can see the radar there. We lost the Lake Charles radar. See this little naked area in here? We lost the Lake Charles radar. In these very severe hurricanes like Andrew, Maria, you sometimes lose the radar images and it's kind of eerie, but we still do have the radar out of Houston, and you can see right there the eye wall. I'm going to zoom in here and show you the worst part of the eye wall just moved through Lake Charles and Sulphur, and it's now headed towards Woodlawn, Moss Bluff, and these towns here, and areas of Grand Lake, Hackberry. You are in the eye, and the backside now is going to hit Cameron and Holly Beach. You guys have already gone through the official landfall, which was near Cameron, Louisiana, and all of this bad weather and storm surge on the right side headed up areas there like Grand Chenier. You guys just got hit very, very hard. Holly Beach. Port Arthur has been getting very strong winds. Sabine passes there on the left side of your screen here. So again, this whole region we've been talking about the last 24 hours is getting hammered by our dangerous Hurricane Laura. And again, very high storm surges and very gusty winds are likely. In fact, from Lake Charles, if we're looking at the latest data, let me update this, refresh it just in case. Yep, new update, look at that. 132 miles an hour. Look at these wind gusts in Lake Charles. 108, 128, 132, 119. Those are extreme wind gusts, and this has been for over an hour. Okay? Look at this. Gusts to 132 miles an hour, sustained winds close to 100. That's Category 2 sustained, Category 4 gusts. This is going to be very, very, very bad news. 959 millibars, although some storm chasers have reported lower pressures than that as Laura moves on in. Phil Klotzbach, professor, doctor from Colorado State, he predicts these hurricanes. He put this list out. These are the strongest hurricanes to ever hit Louisiana since we have records from 1851. So, what is that, 160, 170 years? And as far as wind, Laura is tied with number 1, 150 miles an hour. Laura's name is added to the list. The last time they got a hurricane this strong was 1856. So think about it. The last time a hurricane this bad as Laura, hit the state of Louisiana, it was before Abraham Lincoln was elected president. Absolutely astounding. You can see a very powerful hurricane, very well organized outflow in all quadrants as it made landfall there, and it's now cutting north straight through areas near Lake Charles. I did want to mention we have a lot of power outages, especially in Cameron Parish, and this is only going to go up as time goes by, and this will spread inland with those very strong and powerful winds from Hurricane Laura. So that's the latest 3 in the morning update on our very catastrophic Hurricane Laura. You can see the well-defined eye there coming ashore in Cameron Parish, Louisiana, bringing with it a devastating water rise, extreme winds, and flooding. So we'll watch this as it cuts through the state and then eventually makes that right-hand hook in the westerly flow over the next couple of days. I'm Mike Naso with the special bulletin update on the landfall of Hurricane Laura. Hurricane season 2020 keeps a-pushing, and there's no better example of that than our devastating hurricane hitting the Gulf Coast tonight.